Hey everybody, thank you for coming out to Inside the Gamers studio here at Wired's Next Fest. We're really excited to be presenting this along with Science Chicago, which is a year-long effort to educate people and expose people to really cool science stuff. There's a table over there, so stop by afterwards and see all the great programs that they have to offer. That is right here in Chicago. What's better than that? Maybe you've heard of Halo. If you have, it is thanks to this guy. Please welcome to the stage game developer, Mr. Alex Seropian. Alex. All right, we had to get the deal-making handshake. How's it going?
It's going good.
Excellent. When you meet people, they say, "Hi, my name is Alex," and they say, "Hey, what do you do, Alex?" What do you say?
Depends. So usually I say I make video games.
Yeah.
If it seems like it might be a difficult crowd, I say I make software.
You say software engineer or?
Yeah, like if it's somebody who is more respectable.
By difficult, you mean old and crusty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who might not understand
video games.
What do you do all day? Play games for a living?
Yes, because it's a multi-billion-dollar industry, as a matter of fact. Why wouldn't you?
You need to come with me when
I
go meet the oldies.
I would absolutely. So when did you kind of figure out that this was something that you wanted to do and actually could pursue?
I don't know. I'm still kind of thinking about it. But when I was probably in middle school, my pastime, one of my hobbies coming home after school was to play the Atari.
Yeah. With
my brother, and I really got into that. And as I got older and started learning how to program, started getting curious about how the games worked and how you might go about making one. So I did start writing a game when I was in high school. And I'd always been kind of entrepreneurial and was interested in doing something kind of self-started. So my moment of truth, I guess, was senior year of college when I was interviewing for jobs, computer jobs, and had this idea. I'd written a game of maybe selling it.
Did it feel like at that point, because that was really sort of the start of the computer revolution in the late 70s, early 80s, did it kind of feel like, oh, everyone's doing this now, or did you really feel like, well, no, this is a whole wide open field that is conquerable, that no one's really, because by that point, by the early 80s, we had Pong and we had a couple of video games, and I don't think anyone could have imagined the scope of what it could become.
Yeah, no way. It was really kind of just pursuing a passion, a hobby, thinking, maybe there's a business here. I'd seen other people selling games and making a living, and they made a business out of it.
Like at trade shows and literally just out
of
their car?
Well, I bought games and played them. So, they had my money.
Remember when Radio Shack was awesome? And then at some point, the rest of technology... No, it was. My first computer was a TRS-80. Actually, now that I think about it, I couldn't do anything with it. It was a TRS-80 color computer, too. I could write 10, crap, 20, go to 10.
Right.
40, but we actually have a timeline here, so let's do a little bit of the Seropian timeline.
Uh-oh.
Can we pull up the PowerPoint presentation?
My life in PowerPoint?
Your life in PowerPoint.
Oh, man.
Alex Seropian, this is your life. And here it is. The Atari 2600. Now, some of you younger kids might think this is some sort of an Allosaurus, but it's actually a gaming system that we used to play on. There's the one controller that would literally gouge the inside of your hand.
Oh, dude, the Atari was awesome. And actually, I gotta be honest, I didn't have an Atari. I had the Sears Telegames system, which was the Atari knockoff, which tells you a little bit something about sort of how I was brought up. My dad was very, I guess I would say, efficient.
So he thought that it was more economically
It was cheaper,
sound.
yes, it was cheaper. And we had the works. We had the paddle controller, the start controller, keypad thing.
Did you actually play Atari games on it, or did it have its own?
You could play Atari games on it.
Oh, okay, so
it was an Atari. But
it was basically an Atari.
But it was like sort of the generic black label Atari.
It was basically the bag of cereal at the bottom of the aisle, as opposed to the Sugar Smacks.
Exactly.
That's what you're saying. So what was your favorite game? Obviously, you had to have Combat.
Combat was one of my favorite games on the Atari, and I remember playing the Indiana Jones adventure
the Raiders
game.
of the Lost Ark game?
Yeah, the Raiders of the Lost Ark game, and that was probably one of my first experiences playing a game where you actually had to figure stuff out.
Yeah.
And I had a friend who was playing at the same time, and we were kind of trying to figure out the puzzles together.
That was a little more advanced. Superman was another game like that where you had to fly through screens and catch Lex Luthor and catch
Yep.
villains and jam them in jail, and then that was pretty much it. Then the screen just changed colors a lot at the end of the game.
It's amazing what they did with so few pixels.